Okay, hello everyone, welcome back to Sonic 3D Blast. In this part we are going through Diamond Dust Zone and we have special guest star Some Call Me Johnny. Hooray!
Hey, yeah, bring out the champagne.
I love how Johnny sounds kind of depressed for two reasons. One, he's commentating Sonic 3D Blast, and two, he's commentating on it with me and Steven.
Which one's worse than the other?
Exactly.
We'll find out now. But, did you already get the Chaos Emeralds? Or did you already get at the middle of this playthrough?
Yeah, we had all the Chaos Emeralds by Rusty Ruin. So
Damn.
Yeah. Well, see, like the way it's laid out would have been better if you could only get one per level. Would have made it like, you know, would have spaced out a bit more. But I guess it's like in Sonic 2, if you try, you can actually get all the Chaos Emeralds in Emerald Hill Act 1.
Yeah. Well, with that philosophy though, I actually like that philosophy more because you can get all the Chaos Emeralds if you go out of your way to get them. I was never really a fan of one emerald per stage because if you fuck up that stage, guess what? You're gonna have to do the stage over again, or do your adventure all over again if you want a chance of getting all 7 emeralds for that obligatory good ending.
That's what I didn't like about in certain regards, like Sonic 1, because and Sonic 4 Episode 1 to that regard, to a lesser extent. If you're not quick enough, you can miss the giant ring, and that can be really annoying.
Yeah, that's really more Sonic 4 than Sonic 1. Sonic 1 lets you be a little loose with that, but Sonic 4, ugh.
Oh yeah, loose.
Now, one of the things that I think people who've listened to the Petit Bafaro will know that this is probably mine and Steven's favorite track from this game. I mean, Diamond Dust Zone, so freaking good. How about you, Johnny?
You know what? I think my favorite mix might be the Sonic Chronicles version. I'm thinking of the minority there, but no, I'm kidding.
Get the fuck off my stream, you bastard!
It's like I'm not drunk anymore. that's sorting me up.
You dick! No one praises Chronicles on my watch. Get out of here!
No, actually, my favorite track in 3D Blast is Rusty Ruin.
Okay.
Actually, for both the Genesis and the Saturn soundtrack. The Genesis just because it's so damn catchy, and Saturn because it's very atmospheric and it sounds like porn music when taken out of context.
Son of a bitch, Flicky is on the Snow River. Fuck me.
It's the green one, the most useless flicking of them all.
Stop it, Flicky, you're drunk.
Flicky, what are you doing? Flicky, stop!
Was it the green one that actively tried to get away from you, or was it the red one?
No, the red one just jumps back and forth. It must be the green one who's like, fuck you, Sonic, get away from me.
I liked being inside that robot. Free kept, it's good Medicare.
That's like the green one was like, I don't know you, let go of my purse. But like, in terms of favorite music tracks, I'd say probably my favorite Mega Drive one is this, and my favorite Saturn is hands down Volcano Valley. Freaking love how epic the Saturn version of Volcano Valley is.
Volcano Valley I always found threatening to an extent in the Saturn version, but I always like the Genesis. When it comes to if I can compare soundtracks, I like the Genesis one more than the Saturn one, even though I think, was it Richard Jacques?
Richard Jacques, yeah.
Richard Jacques did a pretty damn good job with the Saturn soundtrack as a whole.
Oh yeah.
But I think the Genesis one is just, more upbeat and more Sonic, if I could describe it as anything else. Volcano Valley, and especially Act 1 Volcano Valley, is such an amazingly awesome piece.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like, Steven and I, we did a whole podcast about it, and I think we came to the same conclusion. Neither of us hated the Saturn soundtrack. It's just like it doesn't even compare to how good the Mega Drive version is for us.
Yeah, and I will definitely say, as much as I am indifferent at most when it comes to positive critiques with Sonic 3D Blast, I will say 3D Blast has the best boss music in the game.
Oh God, yes.
In the Sonic in the Genesis anthology, if you can call it that. Not the one that Jun Sano composed, because I'm not really a fan of that one, but the one that the other guy composed.
Wait. So what? Are you a fan of Robotnik 1 or Robotnik 2? Because I prefer 1.
Robotnik 1. That's the one that doesn't loop after 30 seconds.
Okay. Yes, which as fans who have played Sonic 4 episodes 1 and 2, that's something they should get used to. It's really good. Like in this game, like Green Grove's on Act 1, it's literally a 4.5 minute piece of music that doesn't loop. It's like full continuous length. It's like 4.5 minutes. I wish they would do that now.
that's Jun Sano's greatest achievement.
Yeah.
It sucked out so much energy out of him to compose that one 4-minute piece that didn't loop, and that's why every other track after Sonic 4 Episode 1 just loops after 15 seconds. He just can't be asked to do it.
He did the same thing in SA1. Like Emerald Coast has 2 different bits of music, and they both equal about 7 minutes total for a level which you can complete in 2 minutes. So for that one, he was like, I'm gonna stop wasting so much time composing lengthy pieces of music for such short levels.
These gamers today have no patience.
They don't slow down. Just because it's a Sonic game doesn't mean you have to go super fast. Am I right, lads?
No.
No, I joined. I believe when you was on Hydrona Parkers, you said you hate ice physics, so this is probably a bad level to actually bring you on.
This
It's
level.
for the ice level.
Well, yeah, in addition to having ice physics, which I absolutely cannot stand in any platformer. Yeah, well, you know, it's not just that though that I don't really. I definitely give
broke the
props to
game.
the Saturn version more than a Gen. What did you do there? Were you were you in a corner? Were you clipping through something?
I was doing both.
Clicking through the game. Sorry, Johnny. Please continue before Steven talked bullshit for 20 seconds.
No, that's okay. It's your channel, guys. I'm just simply making a guest appearance.
No, please. If you don't speak, we would have nothing to talk about. Please say something.
No, what I was gonna get that one thing I love giving the Saturn version more credit for is like, you know, Sonic 3D Blast in the Genesis, you got these pre-rendered background environments, but then it all horribly contrasts with the checkerboard floors, which I never ever enjoyed in this version of the game. Now, to an extent, the Saturn version does that too, but it does a better job making it blend with the environments.
I like that. I mean, like, I think one of the reasons why they did the checkerboard thing was because it was easy for them to, when it's like at like a different angle, it was easy for them to like color it. So like, so you would know like how like what the depth of that like angle was. For me, it was like it made sense for Green Grove Zone because that's just like another Green Hill ripoff. So it made sense for that. But like, why do we have more checkerboards in like this level? You know, like that's what I don't get.
Why is this a trend?
Well, see, I guess Flicky's Island was just designed by people who love squares. Like every level is just full of these things, man.
Fuck yeah, I love squares. Me too, man. Let's build an island out of one.
They should have called this like Sonic 3D Blast Square Island.
Might as well.
It's like so.
The national anthem is "Hip to Be Squared" by Huey Lewis in the News.
I'm sure why not. Seems legit. But in terms of all the flickies, like if we're to believe that every single flicky we rescue is the total inhabitants of the island, then there's not that many flickies. Why do they need? You could fit every single flicky you rescue in just in this section we're seeing now. Like, why do they need this massive island for?
Dude, I want to know if whether or not they build this island. Is it called Flicky Island because they built this, or did they hijack it and change the name?
I'd like to imagine flickies as actually being bloodthirsty bosses, and the second Sonic leaves the island, they just find a bunch of like the rabbit flickies from Sonic 1, just knife them all.
Oh, we got gang wars in Flicky Island. Huh.
That'd be amazing. City at war with flickies and bunnies.
That's the new sequel to Flicky.
That Sega's kind of like
Flicky 2 or Urban Jungle.
Urban Jungle. So Johnny, this is the music track which you're not a fan of, correct?
No, I'm not a fan of. This is the second boss theme. I'm not a fan of this one.
I mean, again,
I like the first one more.
I have no idea why they did 2, but I'm glad they did. I mean, I think 1 is immensely better than this, but I still think this is a pretty decent track.
It's pretty decent, but but like I said earlier, it loops too fast. You know, the first one is just so damn awesome. You know, it's my favorite Robotnik boss battle theme in the Genesis games, and the second one, you know, just doesn't compare. It really doesn't.
I will say this is the thing, like, we've destroyed them, like, all these boss battles are so lame. Like, all the Robotnik fights are just terribly poorly designed. For a man who's meant to be so smart, he's pretty stupid.
And that's how it ends.
That was part 4 of Sonic 3D Blast. We want to thank Johnny for being a part of it. Thank you so much, Johnny, for coming in and saying stuff so me and Steven didn't have to.
Thank you for doing
this
things.
this playthrough's really short. We shouldn't be having this much trouble talking over a really short game.
Have you guys been by yourself all this time, or have you been inviting someone over for every other
In
part?
part 1, it was just me and Steve, and that part was like 20 minutes, and that was really hard to get through. Part 2, we had Entom on. Part 3, we had my friend Alex, who hasn't really played this game, and then with you. So now we have to find 3 more people to join us, so we can let them speak, so we don't have to.
Because like once you get past Green Grove Zone, you've said everything you need to say about this game.
Pretty much every level is pretty much exactly the same.
Yeah,
Just
that's
with a
pretty much
different-
the that's
just-
pretty much the that's pretty much that's how it works with every LP. The first part is your review of the game, and from part 2 and onward is just so how's it going?